Well, time for another GameCube video. Intro. Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. In today's episode, we are taking apart our poor old fragile GameCube that has seen better days. We got some chips here, some chips there, chip here, chip there, chip everywhere, and we got some plastic wiggling around in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely dismantle this GameCube, and we actually got a shell replacement, and we're just going to kind of transfer everything over, so that way it's good to go. And then, fun fact, this GameCube is actually going to be listed on modernbroadcast.tv, available for sale, and it will be this exact one that we're doing right now. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit on the website, trying to add a little bit of the personal collection in there. There's a few games on there. I think we have a few GameCube on there right now. We also have a couple NES games. I'm just going to be adding a few kind of things here and there, where we'll be doing handhelds as well. So yes, if you are in the market for a GameCube, this GameCube is also modded, so that way it can play all of the fun, pretty much the whole GameCube library. Down here at the bottom, it has that micro SD card slot, so it is good to go. Let's go ahead and just get started here, shall we? Real quick, just wanted to show this off. So this is the shell replacement that we ordered. So here is a giant box, and it looks like it has all the schematics of all the pieces within. And this comes in a variety, let's try that again. This comes in a variety of colors. So this comes in transparent purple, clear, I think orange, black, and then just regular clear, I think. So just regular transparent. So here at the top we have, flip that around, is retro is cool. Yes, it is. So, and then here again on the back side we have literally all the pieces. What is nice about this is that it includes both backs. So if you have the 001 model, or if you have the later on GameCubes, so the later models. So either way, you're going to be covered, whether you have that digital port or if you only have the analog port. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll start the teardown process. Before we begin that teardown process, a quick word from our sponsors, and that today is PCB Way. So PCB Way, it's the final week of the 10th year anniversary, guys. Make sure to check that out. Get those freebies, get those beans, redeem those products, and why not mess with it? If you're interested in electronics, definitely check out PCB Way. They're great for PCB boards, prototype boards, 3D printing, and now they also do CNC prints, or not prints, but CNC machining molding is what the word I'm looking for. Anyways, so thanks to PCB Way for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and do the teardown. Alright, so with our GameCube here, I'm going to be using the electric screwdriver, and this is the Fantic set. I love this set. I kept seeing it on TikTok, actually, and then I made my purchase off Amazon. But I use this all the time now that I purchased it. So I push down here, the screwdriver pops out. It's rechargeable with Type-C, and then has either front and back. But the best part, all your little bits are right there. Look at that. Look at those little bits. Keep all your bits organized. But it's got all your bits, Keep all your bits organized, Why not? Why not? So, we're going to go ahead and slide this out the rest of the way and get the bits we need. So that whole product placement I just did right there for that bit? It doesn't have one of these. So I just went and grabbed my security bit screwdriver real quick. And we're going to use that first, and then we'll switch over to this. So, I don't know if you can hear that. We got some loose plastic, like I said. Well, for whatever reason, this GameCube is very brittle and just not holding up. So it's good that we're doing a shell replacement. Something is definitely rattling and loose inside there, and we don't want that. That's not good. It's not good at all. So I'm going to use our security bit. We got 4. Can I zoom in on that? Look at that. Boom. Zoomed in. Can I get this more centered? Okay. So we got the 4 security bits. And I forget what this is called. Basically, if you just search Nintendo security bit, put it in GameCube, it will give you the right one. Or if you have my camera tied. So yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, so this one's actually missing 2 bits. It's missing 2 of the security bits, so there's only these 2 here. So yeah, we're going to get replacements for these 2. But let's go ahead and remove this for now. Go ahead and do this. I hope all that other footage captured. If it didn't, I'll do a quick rundown. Basically, we did an intro that took forever, and it took about 8 takes. Believe it or not, what you're going to see is just one take, probably, or a mashup of the 8 to get it all done. I don't know if you can hear the dog toy squeaking in the background, but we have a dog now who decided as soon as hit record, it was time for the squeaky toy. So anyway, so we did it. We did an intro that took 8 takes, and then what we also did was get all that out. There we go. Flip this back over. We talked about what we're doing today is a shell replacement for this GameCube. As it is brittle, it's rattling. There's pieces inside that have fallen apart, that are broken. It's broken here, and this corner's broken in this corner. And so we got a replacement shell for the system. We also talked about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is PCBWay. And again, you should check out their 10th anniversary. You get some free stuff. You get to do some scratch cards, do some loot crate type stuff. And definitely worth checking out if you haven't checked that out. And then we started removing the security bits out of this. And I did a product placement for our handy dandy electric screwdriver, but it doesn't have the Nintendo security bit on there. So I grabbed this security bit there. That's all we've covered so far. Fantastic. Now that we're up to speed, we got the security bits out. Let's take off the Darth Vader helmet. Shh, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. This is too stupid, but good. Okay. All right. There we go. And now we're just going to carefully disassemble this whole system here. And see that we're missing some screws here. One there. One there. Is this one missing? Yeah, that one's missing too. Well, no wonder. So if you do end up purchasing this, don't worry. Every screw is going to be replaced. And we're going to make sure that it's all put together for you. So I think that might be part of our issue here. So let's go ahead and remove the back plate and remove front, a little ribbon. Okay. Oh, I did talk about so that this is going to be for sale on modernbroadcast.tv, and I also did say that this is already modded. So here is a mod, the mod chip for it, and so this is the Raspberry Pi Pico. So this has Pico boot on it, so you can still boot from the disk if you wish. Otherwise, when you turn it on, it boots right into the micro SD card that's located on the bottom. It's not right now, I removed it. And then it can play the whole GameCube library. So when you first power on the system, this device is going to take over and go into a menu that's reading off of the micro SD card slot that's going to be located on the bottom. And that allows you to play pretty much the whole library where you don't need any game discs. But if you have game discs, you can still play them. The disk drive still works and all that, the memory cards, everything. And also the Pico Boot, what's nice is that there are other softwares for the Game Boy player that is an accessory that mounts on the bottom, and the Pico Boot has other access to other software to allow that to run a little bit better or whatever have you. So pretty neat. And let's just go ahead and get this all removed and transferred over. I'm going to go ahead and get our Phillips tip here and just move these. Okay. So this is a modular setup, which is always pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's that plastic's all broken. So that's why those screws are missing. There we go. I set this stuff off to the side here. Organize our little screws that we have. Just put these down here. Okay, last little bit. Okay, there we are. That over there. Take our shieldings. That way we have them. It's a broken plastic down at the bottom there. And now we pretty much just reverse engineer it. So here's our box. Doesn't look like we need a handy dandy kniff up top here. Alright, so here we have it. This is going to be our new GameCube. Goes like that. 4 screws. There you go. Perfect. We've got the clear kind of atomic purple. Take off this Darth Vader helmet. Perfect. It's nice and sturdy. Okay. Remove our front controller ports. Remove our backing. This is actually the backing we want since my model is the 001 model. So we're going to go ahead and just set that aside. Here's where we have that other backing. Oh, the memory card flaps. The memory card flaps. That's cool. Okay. So, just like I said, kind of just reverse engineer it. Put it all back together. Let's take this out for a second. Let's just start with just this. Bit of a tight fit, but there's some guides to help you. Like there's one here. There's a guide right down here. The second dot here. That's a plastic nub. That kind of just helps you get it lined up where it needs to go. And lines your holes up for you, okay? Let's get our chip back. Feed it there. Okay, and that guide kind of pokes through on the chip in that corner. Just gonna get our screw, maybe, and put it back together. Okay. Shielding back, line it up like so. Okay, so get that port to line up. And then again, the GameCube is a modular system. Just push down, it clicks into place. Okay, then we need to rescrew our GPU, CPU cooler back. Okay, just make sure that didn't move on us. I know what those went to. Okay, we need to carefully thread this like so. Once we're down, again, modular system, push down. There's the click. It's secure and in place, like so. Okay, trying to organize those cables just a little bit there. Okay, I know we have a few screws left over here. I'm intentionally doing that because I don't want to put this all together and have it not work and I have to tear it all down. So, I mean, we pretty much have the key parts. It ain't going anywhere. We can pick it up, shake it around. It's not going anywhere. So I kind of piece this back together and then test it. And then we can finish screwing it the rest of the way. So let's go ahead and put this back plate on. There we go. So have to do our little front plate here. Okay, this just kind of slides right out like that. The way it goes together, there's a hole there. There's a hole there. A peg and a peg. Much like Deadpool. Just peg it right there. Pretty sure I just heard my wife laugh in the laundry room. Okay, bring our cube back. Those wires that I just tucked, realizing I don't think I can actually have them tucked because then I can't see where I need to go with the ribbon cable. So let's go ahead, get this out of the way. So right down in there, oops, that right there, that's our ribbon cable. It sticks in there. So we get our ribbon cable and carefully line that up. Push it in, okay? Do our best to manage these thin cables for the mod. Keep them out of our way. Push out just a tad here, but once we get the Darth Vader helmet, it'll stay together. So just carefully grab this. Make sure the back is included. I have a slight disagreement with the fan cable back here. Go ahead and make sure that's routed properly and that's where it needs to be, like so. All right, let's try again. Something over here. So I figured it out. There's a couple other guides around the controller port that weren't plugged in, or, you know, the guides weren't sticking through the board, so the board was actually kind of getting smushed a little bit. Screw that in. I was so confused. I was like, everything looks like it's correct. Why is it not going in? Now, if I do that, and that holds there, this needs to go over there, out of the way. All right, good to go. Darth Vader helmet. Perfect. Okay, button. Perfect. Okay, let's flip it over. Again, I only have the 2 security bits right now. I'll have to get some ordered, and once I do, we'll then get the rest of this beaten deep. Get the rest of these beaten deep. Once I get those security bits ordered, we'll get this buttoned up the rest of the way it's supposed to be, and then it'll be listed on Modern Broadcast TV. So one thing I'll say about this case is that, like, it doesn't feel like it's been pre-threaded. So, like, all these, I'm kind of making the thread for the first time when I screw in the screws, it feels like. I'm fairly certain. So just something to kind of keep in mind if you do end up getting a case. And again, I got this at AliExpress. So it did take a little while to get here. They sell them on eBay, but they're way more expensive. I think it's like $30 more on eBay and like Amazon and stuff like that than it was from AliExpress. And it's the same product. It's just that there's an upsale. You do get it faster. So, I mean, there is that. Like I said, we have those 3 extra screws. I didn't screw in that second shielding area from there's a bottom layer, then that shielding on top. I didn't screw that in. I figured we could repurpose these screws since they're the same size for a round. But, I mean, here it is put together, and this is super nice. I actually like the accent of that, of the original being here. It came with these that we could put there instead if we want it all clear. I don't like it, so, I mean, when we mark this for sale, I'll include those with it, but we have our controller ports lined up perfectly, our bottom ports lined up perfectly, the back, our door opens and closes. We have access to our disk drive. Power button's good. Reset's good. So it also came with a little package with a jewel. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick. We'll put that on, and then we'll do a quick test, and we should be good to go. Okay. So here we have the jewel that it came with. Just got this nice plastic over here to protect it. And I'm going to remove this side, just so that way there's no worries about that. And then it comes with this as well. So what we do is we're going to peel this off. We got some sticky tape there. Stick it right in the center, like such. Okay. Now we really don't want to mess this up, right? We want this to be as centered as possible. I'll remove the film off this side as well. That's clean. That's nice. So then this little nub here, we remove this double-sided tape. Do our best to fit it right in there. Hold that there, apply slight pressure. That's pretty dang good, isn't it? They also included these. And for those of you that don't know what this is, these are the little rubber feet right here in the front. Look at that. It's the whole package. Whole package. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our micro SD card slot in there. Start putting this all together. I'm glad we didn't plug that in. I accidentally plugged that in wrong. There we go. Like so. Now let's put this on. There we have it. Let's go ahead and plug it into the TV and boot it up.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. What are your thoughts on the shell replacement? Be sure to check it out on modernbroadcast.tv for the listing. I'll get that up here shortly once we get all the screws replaced and put in there and set nicely. So, yeah, check it out and have a great week, everyone. Take care.